Hello everyone, it's me, Clayton. I just finished watching the third episode of What If, which is about Nick Fury and Black Widow, and it's basically a story about what would happen if Earth's mightiest heroes ended up dying before the team could be fully assembled. Who would be the one who would actually think of killing off the Avengers Initiative and would prevent Earth's mightiest from ever ending up together? It's a really interesting concept for a story and actually has a fitting villain at the end of it, though I won't dare spoil it for you. But if you've seen the Marvel movies, it's probably the person you'd think it would be, considering his grievances with S.H.I.E.L.D. Let's get to the story, shall we? The story involves Nick Fury, played once again by Samuel L. Jackson, trying to recruit various Avengers and recreations of scenes from the other Marvel movies, specifically Iron Man 2, The Incredible Hulk, and Thor, only for the Earth's mightiest to end up getting picked off one by one by a mysterious source that not only manages to kill off the Avengers successfully, but blames the entire thing on S.H.I.E.L.D. operatives Clint Barton, aka Hawkeye, and Natasha Romanoff, aka Black Widow, who in this version is played by Lake Bell, aka the actress who played Poison Ivy in the Harley Quinn series. That's interesting. So it's up to Nick Fury to find out who's responsible for all these deaths, while Loki, played once again by Tom Hiddleston, is planning on taking over the Earth. And without the Avengers to stop him, it's going to be a lot harder to actually, prevent the God of Mischief from doing his thing. And considering the Loki series recently ended on Disney Plus, I figured he'd still be around. That's all I'll say about the story, though. I appreciate that this one focuses less on action and more on building a mystery, which, honestly, the What If stories had a few mysteries to them, and someone killing off the Marvel Universe, or in this case the Avengers Initiative, has been done before. Only instead of Deadpool, it's someone that the Marvel movies had built up prior to this point. So, if you find out who the killer is, especially after a pretty big hint by Natasha Romanoff herself, it actually won't be a big surprise if you know the Marvel Universe thoroughly, like I do. But I do think it's still a pretty good twist considering how much said person hated S.H.I.E.L.D. for various reasons. And I do think it's an interesting story about Nick Fury having to make some strategic alliances in order to take down a killer who could not only threaten the Avengers but the entire world simply through acts of revenge. On top of that, I love Tom Hiddleston's role in the story. It's always great when he gets to go back to the, Avengers 1 evil Loki route. And you can tell he's chewing every scene he's in. There's also an appearance by Captain Marvel, but she's actually replaced with Alexandra Daniels for her vocal performance. Though considering how much people hated Brie Larson, I don't think people are going to lose sleep over that. Though I'm guessing since she appeared in this episode, if she appears in any subsequent episodes, Alexandra will also play her there. Hopefully they handle her better than they did in her solo movie, is all I'm saying. So yeah, Samuel L. Jackson and Tom Hiddleston are easily the best parts of this episode. And even though, like with the first episode, it does recreate scenes from the movies, it does so under new context. So it doesn't feel like a retread of First Avenger, in that sense. It doesn't feel like a retread of Iron Man 2 or Incredible Hulk or Thor. It just feels like these scenes are put under a new context, which is what this series is all about. So overall, I'd say it's not on the level of the second episode, in my opinion, but I think it's higher than episode 1. So I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. See you next time.